I'm rolling. Well, let's put it in gear, shall we? I'm going to broadcast this live. Hey, you wouldn't have got that if I'd actually filmed an organised video. I'm going to broadcast this live, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload this as an independent video later on, because if you just broadcast it as a live, nobody then watches it as a live. But if I download it and re-upload it, then I can put it out as a main video as well. The reason that I'm not just doing that and putting it out as a main video is because I'm going to be busy tonight, because I'm going to a little classic car show. So I just thought, do you know what? We'll put this out for anyone who's watching live, one person. Couple of things to talk about in this kind of general video. I've got a couple of notes and I'm just going to work my way through some of these subjects. So I've got Volvo say yes to estate cars, Fisker say no to making cars, just stop Stonehenge, Nigel Farage says no to the WHO, Porsche Taycan values from Barry, that's a good bit, that's going to be a good section of this video, the Polestar 4 advert that I've seen. And then I want to do a little update on some recent content. Hello, everybody. I won't deal with comments at the moment. I'm just going to go through the video. I am listening. I'm watching your comments. We're going to work our way through this. After that, then I want to do, this is a local town for local people. Little update on the Malvern thing that I put out yesterday. I then want to talk a bit about local newspaper headlines today. And then we're going to finish up with Shelsley Walsh hill climb hasn't been there all that long. And if you know Shelsley Walsh hill climb, it's 105 years old. So it hasn't been there all that long. And then lastly, I'll talk a little bit about the new video that's going out tonight on the Adventures with Geoff channel. If you're not subscribed to Adventures with Geoff, go on YouTube, type in Adventures with Geoff. There's a new video going out later on. So let's work our way through the subjects then. First up, Volvo say yes to estate cars. Thank you very much, everybody who emailed that to me. I am aware that Volvo have announced after saying, so Volvo basically turned around and said, we're only going to make SUVs unless you are the emergency services. You'll be able to order an estate car through like the special division of Volvo. They've done a big U-turn, basically. They've turned around and said, do you know what? Actually, estate cars, station wagons are a superior type of vehicle, and the people that drive estate cars or station wagons are superior human beings, and we will continue to service them, even though we are, you know, still owned by China. And that's that. So there we go. Volvo's estate cars, a go-go. Yes. Tell you who's not making estate cars, though. Fisker, electric car manufacturer Fisker. I did a video about these guys the other day. That's it. That's the end of the road for Fisker. And interestingly, if you find a Fisker Ocean on Auto Trader, you can do this. You can do this right now. Here's a little bit of homework. Go on Auto Trader. Find a Fisker car. It'll probably be the Fisker Ocean, which is an SUV. This video may feature a dog. The Fisker Ocean SUV. Go and find any Fisker car. Find a number plate, put it into We Buy Any Car. They're all coming out at 150 quid. Even We Buy Any Car don't want to buy Fiskers. Is it a shame? Well, I've always liked the Fisker idea. I like that they're trying to do something a little bit different. I like that they called a car a Surf and then an Ocean. I'm okay with that. I'd like them more with 2-litre turbo petrol engines, and that's their own fault. So what else have we got? Just stop Stonehenge. Stonehenge summer solstice today, obviously. Just Stop Oil have been at Stonehenge making a mess, and I don't need to dwell too much on this. Just Stop Oil are what I call an astroturfed organization. They are a funded, organized group that have a malevolent plan. They are designed to look like a grassroots organization, hence AstroTurf. They are not a grassroots organization. They are organized. They have people behind them. And I've already made videos about Just Stop Oil. So open up a new tab, open YouTube, type in Geoff Buys Cars, Just Stop Oil. We did all this last year, so I don't need to be doing it again. The only thing Just Stop Oil are trying to do is cause a public nuisance so that protesters, all protesters, look like a nuisance. Then the general public go, oh, look at these protesters. Aren't they a nuisance? We should tighten up our anti-protesting laws. And then when there is a legitimate protest that you do need to be aware of, you'll be going, oh no, it's just another one of those annoying protests. And all the protests will have been outlawed because of what Just Stop Oil have said. John, you've missed the start of the video, so maybe go back to the beginning and all of this will be explained. Right, so that's it. That is Just Stop Stonehenge. I don't need to say anything else about that. There's something more nefarious, and they are literally just there for advertising. Thank you, Nix Watson. Summer solstice blessings to everyone. Nigel Farage says no to the WHO. I'm not going to spend loads of time on this. Nigel Farage today has said he's going to kick out the World Health Organization and the World Economic Forum. What's hilarious about this is the media are still trying to portray the upcoming election as a two-horse race between the Tories and Labour. They are desperately trying to ignore the fact that Reform are fully surging in the polls and surging in popularity with people. The media will continue to try and suppress the rise of Reform. I'm going to be not going too deep into politics on the channel, but I will be touching on a few bits and bobs. Right, I want to talk briefly about Porsche Taycan values, okay? Barry Crampton on Twitter. I've mentioned Barry before in my videos, and Barry has been doing some bits. If I can just sort this folder by date created, date added, downloads folder. Barry's put some stuff out today about, I hate the way MacBooks organize things. It's just ridiculous. Why can I not find something that I put there 5 minutes ago? So all of these files begin with GQ. So where are they then? GQ. Barry Crampton on Twitter has put out some really interesting information about Porsche Taycan values. So we're told that Porsche Taycans are really popular and that they are selling. However, Barry has put up 4 screenshots today. Okay, so there is, I can show you this. I'll do it this way, right? Here we have a Taycan Turbo Cross Turismo. Can you see that? There we go. That's the first one. Now, that was first listed for sale on Auto Trader on the 11th of December last year at £134,999. It's still for sale today, so we are now 6 months later. This car has been on Auto Trader for 6 months, and it is now down to £98,900. So it's been discounted by £36,000 and still hasn't sold. It gets better because there's another one. If I can make my computer do what I want it to do. Here we go. Let me full screen this for you. This is a Taycan Plus Turbo, Performance Plus. It's on Auto Trader right now. It was first listed on the 21st of December. So Barry's found this one. It was first listed on the 21st of December last year at £150,000. It is still on Auto Trader today, now at £99,000. So that one has been discounted by £50,000 and remains unsold. I've got 2 more of these. This one is a Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo. It's in red. This was first listed for sale in April of this year at £124,000. It is still for sale today. It is now down to £95,000. It has been discounted by £29,000 and it is still on Auto Trader. Last one, and I have to thank Barry on Twitter for this. Go and find Barry Crampton. This one's a good one. This is a Porsche Taycan Plus 93.4 kilowatt Turbo S automatic in black. It was first listed on the 10th of January 2024, and it was first listed at £159,600. It is still for sale today, and it is now at £99,500. It has been discounted by £60,000. So there we go, 4 Porsche Taycans, all of which are still for sale, all of which have heavily been discounted. So when they say the EV thing is working and people love secondhand EVs, make sure you check out Barry Crampton on Twitter because he is documenting all of it. Right, another one on EVs, the Polestar 4, right? I saw an advert for the Polestar 4 and on my Facebook earlier on, and I really thought it was an advert that had been made on Photoshop by one of my followers, because the main headline of the Polestar 4 advert was no rear window. I thought it was like someone having a laugh, photoshopping their own Polestar adverts, but no, this was a genuine advert from Polestar, and their lead feature on this vehicle was the fact that it has no rear window. Who wants a car with no rear window? There's something coming past. What's the next bit I want to talk to you about? Cool, we can go off script for this because there's a boat coming past and I'll show you. So the Polestar 4 has no rear window. The next bit I wanted to talk about, wow, he's going too fast. I'm sure that's going above the posted speed for that river. Anyway, that was a nice little break in the middle of the video, wasn't it? Let me get on to my next section, because I can't think with the boats going past. The next section is, this is a local town for local people. I want to talk a little bit about the Malvern Hills bill that I put out yesterday on my YouTube. It's been all over the local Facebook pages today. Obviously, I put it on my YouTube, and all of you lot in the comments, because you know what's going on in the world, you're quite used to reading complicated government documents and understanding that between the lines there's something nefarious going on. Now, what's become apparent to me is that the local people don't. They've been shooting me down. They've been saying that I am an anonymous account. I'm a nobody. My videos are spam. I should be removed from the group. They've been tagging admins saying, can you please remove this person from the local group? Now, I don't really care if they build solar panels all over the Malvern Hills, because I don't intend to live here for that long. But what I am finding is it's hilarious that they want to shoot the messenger without actually looking at the message. I've lost my train of thought now. They want to shoot the messenger without actually looking at the message. So yeah, they're quite happy to say Geoff Buys Cars is a tinfoil hat wearing crazy conspiracy theorist, but they don't actually want to look at the implications of the bill itself. So it's a local town for local people. They don't care about what the Malvern Hills Trust are trying to do to the Malvern Hills. And what makes it all the more obvious is, it's not Mrs. Geoff, by the way. What makes it all the more obvious is that the local newspaper headlines today is that the Freddo chocolate bar is returning to Morrison's at 10 pence. So it says it all, doesn't it? You've got some major things going on in the local area, but the big headline is the fact that a chocolate bar is back in stock at a supermarket. It really genuinely makes me just want to give up. Like, what is the point? I'm trying to help the local area by trying to show that there's something nefarious going on, and they want to shut down and close off the, areas of the national parks. And all the people want to say is that I should be banned from all of the local Facebook groups. Never mind, eh? That's something biblical about that, isn't there, with the old shoot the messenger thing? But whatever, it's okay. I've been making YouTube videos for 4 years. I've been functioning in local Facebook groups for 4 years. I'm quite used to people calling me crazy and being mean online. That's just what happens in the world. The only problem is, of course, that I'm going to have to screenshot all of these things that are happening in the local Facebook groups, because in a few years' time, when they fence off a certain area of the hills, or when a solar farm pops up, I'm going to be online going, I tried to tell you, but you tried to get me banned from the groups. So that's where we're at with that one. Another one on that, Shelsley Walsh Hill Climb, right? Again, another local landmark. Shelsley Walsh Hill Climb is the longest running motorsport venue in the world. It's been going for 105 years. Anyway, I was in a pub last night and I heard a really funny story. About a mile from Shelsley Walsh Hill Climb, there was a little old lady's cottage, right? And it was basically off-grid. Its water supply was fed by the local stream. She was 78 and she used to go topless sunbathing outside. Everybody knew this little old lady. Anyway, she passes on, probably to a better place. The house is sold, bearing in mind the house is 1 mile from a motorsport venue that has been there for 105 years. The house is then bulldozed by the new owners. They build 2 new houses, and I've driven past them on a number of occasions, and I've noticed that they've got electrical cars. Now, the people who own these 2 new houses, who have electrical cars, are kicking up a fuss and trying to get the motorsport venue shut down. If you're going to buy a house that is 1 mile from a motorsport venue that's been running for 105 years, you don't then get to have a say about the hill climb and its activities. As far as I'm concerned, Shelsley Walsh Hill Climb, they don't do enough. They could have more events. It could be better. It's a fantastic venue. It's a great location. And if I hear more about these people kicking up a stink, I will go door knocking with my camera and go find out what's going on, because I'm not having that. That's ridiculous. You don't move into a house knowing full well that you're within earshot of a hill climb and then start moaning about the hill climb. Not having that. We'll go put them on video, because I do think people should be named and shamed. A couple of events coming up at Shelsley Walsh that if you're attending, I'll see you there. Tonight, it is Cars in the Valley. I've dug out my Renault today. I'm taking my 1969 Renault to Shelsley Walsh Hill Climb tonight. and there's an event on Saturday which I just found out about. So before I put my Renault back into storage, I'm gonna try and take it to the Classic Lucas event, which is Saturday, and I'm trying to get my car on the hill. I've phoned SNG Barrett, who are running the show. I'm trying to get in touch with their marketing department, because it says on their website if you want to bring your car and drive it up the hill, then you can. Now, I'm pretty confident that my Renault would be capable of posting one of the slowest times that Shelsley Walsh has ever seen. So check out events going on at Shelsley Walsh Hill Climb. I'm going to be there tonight and then on Saturday. And the next big event at Shelsley that is really good and is well worth checking out is Classic Nostalgia, which is coming up, I think, at the end of July. So that is it. That is a Geoff video. If you watched it live, thank you very much. I apologize for not reading your comments. If you didn't watch it live, then let me know in the comments which way you watched it, because I'm going to upload this on my channel tonight. And then there's a new video going out on the Adventures with Geoff channel. So if you haven't already subscribed to the Adventures with Geoff channel, make sure you do. Open up a new tab, go for Adventures with Geoff, and you can find that. And I do massively apologize if you were distracted by the two attractive ladies in a Citroen Berlingo. I wasn't. I don't know what you're all on about. I absolutely wasn't distracted by that at all. And if they reverse into my car, then I'd have to get their number, wouldn't I? Anyway, that is it. Thank you very much for watching this video. What I'm going to do now, because I'm on a roll, is I'm going to end this live broadcast, and then I'm going to open up another live broadcast, new video, because we're going to have a little look at my local MP and what she's been putting on her Twitter page, and we're absolutely going to take a look at some of the comments. So go and subscribe to the new channel, Adventures with Geoff. I'm going to close this video down. I'll see you on the next one in 2 seconds. Although actually, no, it's stupid, isn't it? It would be a bit silly for me to close this video down. So let's just pause here, all right? We just need one of them things that video producers have, because we've already got 435 people watching, haven't we? So we might as well carry on this video. So right, new video. You ready? Here we go. Let me open the tab that I've got open. Right, Harriet Baldwin is the MP for West Worcestershire. She has been the MP for West Worcestershire for a number of time, well, for a long time. And Harriet Baldwin is a Conservative MP, and she's the kind of MP... Well, she was moved to West Worcestershire because it's a safe seat, basically. She's not the world's most dynamic MP. As far as I can tell, she claims to be pro-women's rights. She does a lot of, like, let's do pro-women stuff. But the other day, there was a vote in Parliament as to whether we should keep sexual predators in Parliament. So if there's someone in Parliament who's got a bad, like, sexual history and has been doing a lot of, like, sexual crimes, there was a vote in Parliament as to whether they should be immediately kicked out. And Harriet Baldwin, MP for West Worcestershire, voted not to kick those people out, despite the fact that she claims to be pro-women in the local area. The other one is Harriet Baldwin, MP for West Worcestershire, always claims to be on the side of the people, and yet when there was a vote about if we should stop the water companies from polluting so much, she voted against that one as well. So that went well. So she voted for more sewage for local people. And West Worcestershire is on the edge of Herefordshire. Lots of farms around here. She's always claiming that she's up for farming. She supports farming. Good on you, local farmers. And there was a big debate in Parliament the other day about food security, and Harriet Baldwin forgot to turn up. So, other than photo shoots, right, I haven't yet worked out what she does. She did turn up at Alpaca Meadows the other day, I'm told, and a friend of mine reliably informs me that she didn't hang around very long, just in case anybody asked any questions. So, that was a long introduction. Her latest tweet says, I'm looking forward to campaigning for re-election across beautiful West Worcestershire each and every day until the general election on the 4th of July 2024. And I was shocked to see that she actually had 20,000 views on this tweet and 223 replies. And I thought, do you know what? Let's have a little dig into these replies and see just what people are saying. But then I immediately felt better when I started reading some of the replies, because I really do think that the Tories are going to get an absolute wiping in the general election. Now, it's interesting that Harriet Baldwin has removed all ties to the Tory party from her Twitter profile. No longer on the header page, no longer in the profile picture, no longer in the description. And someone at the top, the first reply was, I don't think removing your party from your profile will help. Another one here. You're too embarrassed to even put your party in your bio, so I'm guessing you're a Tory. Best start brushing up on your CV. Great comment there. Stuart says, I hope you lose and every Tory loses their seat. 14 years of failure. I'm inclined to agree with Stuart there, because the only thing that the Tories have got going for them is their track record, and the biggest thing that they've got going against them is their track record. So we're looking forward to seeing an absolute wipeout of the Tory party. But I mean, I don't want to go too far into politics, but this is essentially now a politics video. Don't watch it if you don't like it. We need to make people aware that Keir Starmer doesn't know what a woman is, and has already said that he would rather be in Davos than in Westminster. So if you vote for Sunak, you're going to get WEF, and if you vote for Starmer, you're going to get WEF. So the only place to cast your vote probably is most likely with Reform. And I'm very glad to say that West Worcestershire now has a Reform candidate, and I've sent an email today to see if I can get them on the channel. I'm going to email Harriet Baldwin as well, see if I can get her to sit in the car with me, but I don't hold out much hope for that. Paul says, I'm praying for you at this election to lose. Hashtag Tory scum out. David says you're still too embarrassed to name your party in your profile. So a lot of people saying this. Jeff Walton has noticed another MP too embarrassed to have a party mentioned in her bio. Get off my timeline, says Jeff Walton. And the fact that he doesn't follow Harriet says to me that this was a paid for tweet. This is paid advertising. Red Baron of the Left Waffer says, sorry, what party are you from? It's very strange that it's missing from your bio, almost like you're ashamed. So the Tories really are running for cover. Jay says, I'm looking forward to finally being rid of a Tory government after 14 long, painful years of decline and division. So there we go. We found something that the Tory party have done. They've done decline and division, and they've done that very, very well indeed. Again, lots of people saying, which party are you, or are you trying to keep that quiet? Amy says, read the room, Harriet, and get the job applications in. We've been decimated for 14 years, no more. That's problematic, though, isn't it? Because the Tories have absolutely decimated the economy and all the high streets. So let's say our West Worcestershire MP is voted out. What's she going to do for a job? She's going to have to go around touting her CV. Well, not the case, because she's an ex-banker, so I would imagine that she's put a lot of money away and made quite a lot of money during the decline that the Tories have presided over. Someone else in a very similar vein says, oh, that's very nice. What have you got lined up after that? As in after the election. Good comment. Yeah, so basically everybody is saying pretty much the same thing. Somebody with the Twitter name Zippity Doodah says the Malvern Hills are lovely, the views are spectacular. After the election, you'll have a lot more time to go walking in the hills, and I envy you. Great comment there. Lots of people just saying which party is standing for again, because as I said, she's deleted it all from her bio. That's better than the time that Quentin Wilson removed a bit. What did he do? Quentin Wilson removed something from his bio when I highlighted how hypocritical it was, which was hilarious. Let's do a couple more. Funny how all you guys posting this evening seem to have developed collective amnesia about what party you represent. So lots of Tory people have deleted the Tory party from their Twitter and are still trying to stand. Gone, says Daryl. Daryl simply says gone. Baldrick's Prize Turnip says, will you be telling the voting public which party you represent, or will you be using the anonymous green literature like some of the mayoral candidates did recently? So Shelsley Walsh is where you want to be for their upcoming events, and if you're there, then I may indeed see you there. Right, muted, sound off, Jeff. What's the sound gone? Do we lose the sound then? Is that what you're all saying? No sound. Why is the sound gone? I don't know why the sound's gone. I may have to record this video again, but thank you very much everybody for watching this quick impromptu live feed. Lots of stuff to do today because it is summer solstice, and I hope it's back. Right, the sound had gone because my phone was ringing. Ridiculous. Lost sound for 30 seconds. The sound is back. I think when my phone started ringing then, the sound cut out. But the reason the sound cut out is the reason that I've now got to go. I've got to go find my wife. Right. God, a terrible end to that video, but I feel like it started strong, and that's what matters. You need a good, strong start. Thank you very much, everybody. Speak to you soon. Oh, make sure you go and subscribe to the... What's the channel called? Adventures with Geoff. New tab, Adventures with Geoff. Go subscribe, new video going out.